back everybody, and if you are new here, welcome to Go to Jung Mama YouTube channel. Please consider subscribing and click that bell notification to be part of my notification squad and be the first to get my newest videos. Okay, so today I am going to make one of my favorite, I have lots of favorites, but one of my favorite ice cold summer treats, that is Mexican style ice cream pops, also known as paletas. Growing up, we would flag down the paletero. He'd be on his little ice cream bicycle cart. We'd flag him down, line up, and get our favorite ice cream. Honestly, all of them were my favorite. Whatever kind he had, that's what I was getting because it was so hot and I just needed ice cream. But today I'm going to go with the creamier ones, not the fruity ones. Those are coming later. Today I'm going to do strawberry chocolate and coconut. Another favorite one is paletas de nuez. I really love those, but I'm a nut-free house, so I'm sticking with the strawberry chocolate and coconut. And here's how I do it. First, I'm going to start off by making a simple ice cream base, and I will give you full amounts in the description below, but today I'm going to be dividing this ice cream base to make 2 separate flavors, so be sure to check the description for the full recipes for each flavor. Okay, so first I'm going to add 16 ounces of heavy cream. You could also substitute this with evaporated milk or half and half, which is half milk and half heavy cream. But I do find for that extra creamy texture, you might want to just stick with heavy cream. Next, I'm going to add 10 ounces of condensed sweetened milk. Now you could play around with the ratio of sweetness to this. You could also maybe add honey, but just know that the condensed sweetened milk does add another creamy texture to this pop. So I'm going with 10 ounces and 16 ounces of this heavy cream. And that is pretty much the base for this ice cream. It's basically 2 ingredients other than adding the flavoring that you want. For example, if you wanted a vanilla pop, add some vanilla extract and boom, that's a vanilla pop. Okay, so I'm going to give this a really good mix, combine it well, and then I'm going to divide it in half and I'm going to start flavoring this. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so once that's mixed, I'm going to start on my strawberry flavoring. And what I'm going to do is puree fresh strawberries. Here I have about 8 ounces of strawberries. Now for a full recipe, I'd use 16 ounces, but again, I'm only using half of the ice cream base. So I'm going to give these a really good chop, and then I'm going to place them in my food processor and puree it well. Now at this point, you can just add it right into the ice cream base just like this, but I am not a fan of strawberry seeds, so I'm going to sieve it. But growing up, you would get the paletas that were strawberry and it had fresh strawberry in it, so it is completely up to you. So should you choose to sieve, you'll be left with this strawberry puree. So now I'm going to add my ice cream base. And at this point, you have a good base for a strawberry pop. But to really drive home that strawberry flavor, I am going to be adding some strawberry extract, and here it is. Now again, for full recipe, look below. I'm just going to add half of the amount. I'm just going to add a little splash, and again, that is up to your preference. It depends how much strawberry flavoring you want. So once that's added, I'm going to start whisking it. I'm going to trade the spoon in for a whisk, and then set this aside and work on my next flavor. Here I have the other half of the ice cream base, and this one's really simple. I'm going to add some unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm only adding the half amount, so I will be adding 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, and that is it. I'm going to give this a really good mix, and if you find that it's a little lumpy, you can sieve out the liquid. You can just continue whisking until all of it's gone, but I don't mind flecks of unsweetened cocoa powder, but it is completely up to you. So once that is mixed, I'm done. Now let's move on to the coconut flavor. So I am going to be using 1 14-ounce can of coconut cream. Now if you have coconut milk, that also works, but again, It'll just change the texture slightly as coconut milk has a little bit more water content. So I'm going to add this coconut cream, and I am going to mix it with the rest of that condensed milk that was left in the can, which will give me around 4 ounces. Again, I'm trying to divide to get 3 different flavors. So if I were just making coconut cream pops, I would definitely probably add somewhere like 5 ounces of condensed milk. But for today, I'm adding 4. So you'll want to find the ratio of sweetness to add to this. And again, honey is a good substitute to add sweetness, or sugar. But if you are adding sugar, I would suggest you warm up the liquid a little bit so the sugar dissolves. Again, this is very simple and easy. So that is mixed. Now I'm going to add my splash of vanilla extract, and I'm going to add coconut extract. You can choose to leave this out, but this really will drive home that coconut flavor. So I've added a half teaspoon of that. So I'm going to give that a mix, and that is it for the coconut base. Now you could also add some shredded coconut, but I opted to leave that out. But that would really give you a Mexican style paleta if you added the shredded coconut. Okay. So here I have my popsicle molds, and I'm going to make 8. I have another set of popsicle molds that I'll have to find, but if you are using one full recipe for one flavor, you should be able to get 6 to 8 popsicles. So again, today I kind of divided things, so my amounts will be off, but if you're using one full recipe, you should be able to get 6 to 8 popsicles. I'm going to fill up these popsicle molds to the fill line, and again, the amount of popsicles you get from this recipe will vary depending on the size of popsicle mold you have. I actually have other ones that are a lot smaller than the ones I'm using, so it looks like I'll probably would get around 6 for each flavor if I were using a full recipe. But today, since I'm doing 3 flavors, I'm probably going to get somewhere between 8 and 12 with these molds. So again, that will vary on the popsicle mold that you use. Okay, so now that my popsicle molds are filled to the fill lines, I'm going to add the popsicle sticks. And once I'm done doing that, I'm going to freeze these. Now, depending how cold your freezer gets or how active that is, meaning how many people are in and out of your freezer, that's going to determine how long it will take to freeze these until they will come out in one whole popsicle without the stick pulling out. So I'm going to freeze mine for somewhere between 4 to 6 hours. Now, for best results, I would just do this the night before and let them freeze overnight, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I let mine freeze for 6 hours, and once you are done freezing your pops, whether it's for 6 hours or overnight, to take them out, I am going to run them under warm water just for around 30 seconds. I'll let them set for another minute on the counter and then give it a nice hard pull, and they should come out in one piece, just like this. Okay, super easy, right? Now, you can definitely adjust the ratio of the condensed sweetened milk to the cream if you find it cloyingly sweet and you want to scale back on the sweetness, or you could use a sweetener of your choice. But I will say the combination of the heavy cream and the condensed milk just makes it a lot creamier. And if you do opt to use something like evaporated milk or something less creamy like half and half, just know it has a higher water content, so it will be less creamy. Still delicious, but less creamy. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great day. Please like, share, subscribe. Please be part of my notification squad. Be the first to get my newest videos. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye.